Superhero movies are like jelly beans. Everybody has their favorite flavor, but some are just better than others. Superhero stories have been a part of popular culture for over 75 years. But it's not just on the printed page that they are being told. Many kinds of adaptation have been told across the various media. But the big screen is arguably the most popular destination besides the comic book themselves. With that in mind, you might well disagree with some of our selection for the 10 best superhero movies of all time. But hopefully you can find at least a handful of personal favorites. There's every kind of powerful flick you can imagine in the following list. From indie darlings to era-defining blockbusters. This is a personal ranking, so we didn't determine it from critic or audience score. But we did consider the critical acclaim, cultural relevance, and commercial success when ranking the movies, especially the top ones. Of course, personal preference also plays a part. We weekly publish new videos, so don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for more updates.
Watch this. Dude, holy crap!
Number 10. Chronicles. Superheroes and found footage are so ridiculously popular at the moment, it's a wonder that this idea didn't take root sooner. Told through the handheld lens of three high school friends, the use of handycams and smartphones to capture the experience of the trio who stumble across an alien artifact and come away changed works because it puts you directly into their shoes. What would you do if you are suddenly blessed with extraordinary abilities? Get up to the craziest shit possible and record it, which is what this bunch do until self-appointed gang leader Andrew takes things a little too far. With great power comes a great responsibility, a wise man once said, an ignored mantra that guides this film toward an unexpected conclusion.
Listen to me, we can't screw around with this. It's too dangerous. Andrew, it's not a game. Andrew! Stop this right now!
Oh no, I'm just standing around, you know. No, not.
Number 9. Kick-Ass. It's disruptive to the point of making you wince. The idea of a self-made superhero, one who possesses no actual abilities, is turned into an amusing, dark-as-hell drama. Aaron Taylor Johnson's teenager embraces his love of comics and lets them spill into the real world by becoming kick-ass. Going up against wealthy foes who wipe the floor with him time and time again leads him to join forces with Hit Girl, who wields a katana like a seasoned pro. It's also the only film to make Nicolas Cage's quirkiness the least batshit thing on screen.
Oh yeah?
It shall be the policy of this nation to regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere.
Number 8. X-Men First Class. Following two negatively received installments, the X-Men movies got off to a semi-new start in 2011 with X-Men First Class. Taking place in 1962, moviegoers followed Professor X, Magneto, and few other established favorites from in their younger years interacting with other mutants in a time when their kind wasn't publicly known. Although this is a prequel, it felt more like a reboot by getting some distance from the original movies to tell a smaller yet still important origin tale, filled with dazzling, spy-like intrigue, thus freshening up the series and ushering in the First Class trilogy.
Killing will not bring you peace. Peace was never an option.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that away, what are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Number 7. Avengers. For comic book fans, especially, the Avengers represent the first instance of the superhero team dynamic truly captured and sustained on film. Even though X-Men and Fantastic Four had received big screen treatment, those films were still pretty static. The interaction between both heroes and villains were slow, separate portrayal rather than two-way, three-way or more-way battles. If Raimi's Spider-Man showed why comic book superheroes are fun, the Avengers showed why superhero teams are.
If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it.
Secretary, sir. She's a very good secretary.
Number 6. Wonder Woman. Growing up on the Amazonian island, Princess Diana discovers American pilot Steve Trevor after he crashes offshore. After learning about the horrors of the World War and believing Zeus' son Ares responsible for the conflict, Diana takes it upon herself to go and resolve the fight. It may have wallowed in development hell for a while, but we reckon Wonder Woman delivers the hope-charged blast of purely likable entertainment that superhero movies might just need. The chemistry bubbling between Diana and Chris Pine's Steve Trevor is delicious. Plus, Gal Gadot rocks that tiara like a champ. What else do you need?
You're certain you were in the passenger car?
Yeah. Where are the other passengers?
Number 5. Unbreakable. Unbreakable is ultimately more of a drama than it is anything else, and a good one, while simultaneously deconstructing the roots of the concept of superheroes. It never gets the chance to fully explore the ideas of what Bruce Willis' character is capable of, but the way it handles the slow realization of his powers is both unsettling and mesmerizing, as is the casting of Samuel L. Jackson as the physical frail villain. It's a type of pseudo-superhero film that no one had ever made before at a time, which earned M. Night Shyamalan points for having originality on his side. What do you do if you would essentially drifted through your whole life unaware of the depths of your potential? That's the question Unbreakable asked.
Shoot, baby.
Number 4. Deadpool. Deadpool was exactly what the new root superhero film genre desperately needed. Someone who could step back from the conventions of the genre to critique it all. Deadpool over-delivers on crass, raunchy humor, providing exactly what the paying audience wanted to see. Perhaps its most significant accomplishment, though, was proving that B-class superhero could be hugely marketable given the right script and casting. Huge credit must go to Reynolds himself, who displayed superhuman resolve in continuously pushing for this film and for the chance to play the wisecracking Deadpool.
I'm touching myself tonight.
I hurt myself today to see.
Number 3. Logan. There's a grounded, thoroughly depressing sense of realism to Hugh Jackman and director James Mangold's depiction of a world-weary, aging hero and his dysfunctional family, but there's really no other superhero movie like Logan out there. It asks what happens when you confront a character who's always suppressed his feelings in favor of pure surface-level rage and subsequently delivers an emotional movie that comes without warning. If this is the future of superhero movies, we can't wait to see where the X-Men universe goes next.
Logan, you still have time.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
Number 2. Avengers Infinity War. After 10 years, Infinity War isn't so much the 19th installment of the MCU as the climactic end to 18 movies worth of storytelling. And with so many heroes and threads all finally coming together, this does not mess around. playing like a 3-hour finale to the decade, full of fights, conflicts and team-ups while treating its cast with an almost Game of Thrones sense of brutality. Both the script and the cast do an admirable job of managing an incredible headcount and numerous plot threads, as almost the entire MCU tries to stop the Mad Titan Thanos. It will be Marvel's best film till date until second part releases.
For you.
Number 1. The Dark Knight. Cinematically compelling, well acted and brilliantly directed, The Dark Knight isn't just the best comic book movie ever, it's one of the greatest films of all time. Nolan used the Batman lore as a vehicle to make one of the greatest metropolitan crime dramas we have ever seen. Heath Ledger's Joker portrayal is one of the best acting performances of all time, and his chaotic, unstoppable force exists in perfect complement Christian Bale's resolute, immovable object. We haven't seen such a strong dynamic between hero and villain since. The Dark Knight is the greatest of all time, and it's not unreasonable to suggest that its success laid the groundwork for the age of comic book movies we are currently find ourselves in.